Okay, let us continue today with what we need to do. So, we worked on the knockdown yesterday, which I will say is kind of not complete in full, but it's close. Then I think if we just do I have host, right? Yeah, and I have player as well, right? I dot is underscore um, okay. So let's try this. So if the player is on the floor while the stun type is knocked down, so if player is on the floor, I might want to put these into different functions as well, just to make this thing a little bit easier. So so if the player is on floor, set current stun type to basic, remaining duration a consistent number. Go with 30. For testing, let's go with the speed of this at 1,000, I guess. 30 should be fine. And then, what else? This is in the start stun, so it's not actually going to work here. Instead, do this. Right now, that I try to set line there. And stun would not be the correct thing to do after that. You wouldn't end the stun after that. You would instead do the basic stun, and then that would end it. Let's try that. Which attack is which? And it's not the knockdown. That ran into me, so it did work. Let's try 100 instead of 1,000 to see if that's a reasonable number. Yep. Okay. So that now means it's still in the is stunned state. We just want to print that state as well. Print player dot is stunned just to see. So that will be the only thing that would be active. Let's enter frame by frame mode for this as well. Okay. It's something true, they're falling. False, I don't know what that is. They still move. Continues moving, and then eventually changes to false again. To comment that, what is the thing? Stun manager false. Meaning one of these is the players, the other one is the other player. I think that's a problem with the behavior base. Uh, name label is. Okay, that fixes that problem. With this being text that doesn't make the most sense. Cool. All right. Um, hmm. No, I don't have access to that currently. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, so that's knocked down as long as this speed is 0. So they are technically stunned while knocked down. I believe if I do hit them again, they will still be hittable while stunned. So let's return this line just to test that. Accidentally enabled return mode. Okay. So it is true. It's going down. It hit down the floor already. Okay. We hit it. It starts moving. Since the speed is set, doesn't do a ton. And apparently 30 frames is not a ton of frames better, right? Okay. That is that. Now the next thing. That is basic is done. Knockdown is done for the starting and the continuing. Except for the direction part. The direction is still not done. No, go back. This line is done. Finish the launch. Start. I believe I'm not calling this function anymore. Let's test if that breaks anything, just in case. Nope. Alright. Here's our pushed arrows that I have. Alright. What? Which ones? In frame 0? The dots. This thing. Duration and knockback are just not 0. Okay. This should be renamed to stun duration, as that is the thing that this is called. Oh, this is called duration, at least, so gotta check that. Yeah. Really? I didn't change the numbers. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I didn't read over that time. Okay. Now the next thing is launching. Hmm. Can I just reuse the basic type, but have speed be vertical? Hmm. do this. I'm not sure. What I should check though is, can I change is on floor somewhere? Okay. Set underscore set what? Property is set is underscore on. Okay. Let's go to the character body class. There's a bunch of methods. Is on floor. Let me get this. Is it just a call it? Returns true if the body collided with the floor in the last column of the slide, otherwise returns false the up direction, and floor max angle use to determine whether the floor the surface is a floor or not. Okay. Here it's physics body. Wait, go back. The up direction and floor max angle are used to determine whether surface is floor. What's detecting a collision? Ah, man. Okay. It would be too difficult to manually set if they are on the floor or not for specific things. Oh, I can just make a variable for not whether or not they are on floor or whether they are in the airborne stun state or not. Or in a juggle state. I should at least have a to-do for that. For airborne stun state, which might make more sense to be in the stun manager. Okay, let's do launch. These two are going to be copy paste. This is going to disappear at the same time, but since they changed to launch. Remaining duration. Does it matter? For some purposes, yes. For some purposes, no. Because with fall, it's not going to be exactly the same. Which hardware player health. I can add a movement component, but I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna name this something weird, just because I don't feel comfortable with using the full movement component. Component. Yep, really long name for not really any good reason. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to testing. Let's go to heritable player. Actually, no, it should be in the heritable player. It's just easier to work with. You got it, so I got the component with it. That's speed plus equals dot flow. Where is the gravity? Gravity isn't even assigned here. Amazing. Okay, this is useless. That's not my gravity function. Is it the input manager? Where is my gravity? Ah, that's where it is. Okay, well, delete this as well. What use is gravity to input manager? First off, jump velocity, move speed, fast move speed, gravity. These don't feel like variables that should be here. I think about it. At least again. And this breaks quite a few things. Is input direction still here? Yep. Well, problem is if I do this, I really annoy myself by spending a lot of time on something that I don't want to yet. Let's put it to do. To do movie for split bars go to movement component. I need to focus on actually getting things done rather than just moving things around all the time. So That's just gonna, this is just gonna go back to what it was like a while ago. Oh, there you go. Okay, launch. This needs to send them up. So that, and then let's go with this. Speed equals knockback distance vector divided by remaining duration. So how high up do I want them to go over what number of frames? Okay, player, like hit basic, like punch, knockdown, air attack, rename, heavy, kick, launch. Alright, let's add some frames to the thing. Fix names if I can. Yep, there we go. Add hitbox. Let's give it area needs attack data. Yep, it's data. Launch duration. Let's go with 30 frames. Damage 100. I don't care. Y. Let's do an angled launch just to see if we can do it. So 200, 200. Okay. Okay, 2D. Now I know this hitbox. I should start making these things smaller. Put these all back together. I shrunk them. There's one. Okay, but can I not change the size by a border scale? I'm sorry, what? Why? What is this? have to be not lining up boxes. What's this? What's that? Reset. I think it's an I. Okay. Thank you. I have a bunch of slides and attack and input manager item. Script. Choose action. Copy. Paste. Copy. Skip. Comment. Check. Okay. Check. Didn't assign it to the player either. If we can't launch, it be assigned to the attack manager. Well, sorry, where is input manager? I think is that where to launch? So run is the last button flashing. Great, perfect. Make it up. It's dying. Alright, so I didn't do the continue portion of it. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, let's just leave the same for this one. Something is continuously applying one force. Don't know what that was. And stun only affected X. Okay, that works. Is this strong enough? Is it? Hitbox, attack data, damage, knockback. Is it high enough? Like, that's the knockdown. This one is doing what? Your attack data. 310 frames. Let's do 530 frames. That should be fine. There's the one button. Cool. It is going places. But apparently not very far. Let me go with an extra 1,000 on there for both. Let's also knock this thing down first, just to see. Oh wait, it doesn't go up yet because this is not negative. Launch. What? And it launches them up and over. 30 frames is really not fast enough. It's the same distance and less time. I don't, actually I don't know if it changed the number when it happened, because I don't think it's saved yet. And punch. Yep, that's faster. Okay. So now we have something that does downwards, upwards. Um, okay. State error. To get blocking to work, I also need to get the direction thing working. Though I might want the ground bounce first, so don't know. Okay. I'm gonna end stream there and brush my teeth and go to sleep. Because this time we finished launching the opponent up into the air, into a direction. We've made it separate in case we want to have differences between that and the basic one, which may matter in the future, but we'll have to see for that. Okay, bye.